Trying to figure. I want to show you around my Western Wild file, and it's not completely developed, but it's what I was going to do. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this thing to load, and I'm not finding the area where I can change the stream for the day. No? Okay. Here we are. Post your stream schedule. Update stream schedule. See, technically today I was going to do SnowRunner. This just shows the schedule. Here we are. Cancel stream. There, I found the button. Stream canceled. Okay. Doesn't leave anybody a message as to why, but just let people know that I won't be on. No, I don't. It was quite a few million, though. By the time we were done, we had like 6 out of the 1.5 you started with. The Tedder and the Windrow. Yeah. The only 2 pieces that were a decent size that are base game units that we use. Everything else we play with are mods. Literally. And ironically, the modified version of that Tedder is smaller. I think it was a couple meters difference. On the surface, it doesn't sound like much, but it is quite a bit. Okay, well, I am live at the moment. Oh, I gotta set up for the party thingy. Where'd it go? There it is. Party. There we go. Now we're live. All right. Well, I have put together something of a homestead here on Western Wilds, and I'm hoping that maybe the layout Could use some improvement ideas. I don't know. Looks like a good excuse to visit the Home Depot. Put together a new shed, stuff like that. Whatever have you. There's the
All right.
house. I'm using the ranch mod quite a bit on that. I love that house. It's got an interior. It's important. The garage that goes with it. We'll
So,
close that up.
so I just wanted to let you know, if you go with just menu selling everything, you get
You
6.1
get
million.
less. Really? Instead of 6.5. Yeah, you get less. Well, I didn't leave myself a vehicle in the garage, darn it. But I do have some vehicles hanging around. I am working with that containers mod, as you can see in the background there on the semi, which is the vehicle I was actually after. Unfortunately, the containers mod trailers cannot tow, so I cannot chain them.
Well, that sucks.
Darn. And I've got two different trailers for those containers, as you're going to find out pretty quick here.
Well, that does tell me that much. Unfortunately, you're not on multiplayer.
Oh, shoot, I didn't set it up for multiplayer. Yes.
I was going to join you, but that's
No,
okay.
I'd set it up. Give me a sec.
No,
I'll set it up. Give me a sec.
I'm going to get that Bucks County, PA going on my side for a stream. I'm going to set it
Okay.
up, and I want to do it so that I get the most money possible, so I'm going to sell everything off at the store.
Kind of like what we did. I remember we bought the new farmer spot without all the buildings that probably came with it, except for the animal pens that we still need to sell off on my file, but I wasn't
Yeah,
planning to stream that particular one. It's a pretty map, don't get me wrong.
it is. I just need something other than my normal open map.
Breakfast challenge and such. Yes.
We're going to start with
And I
creating our farm.
don't know that I gave you the grand tour on the Western Wild, the most recent iteration.
I don't believe we did, but that's okay.
Because, see, I'm having something of an issue with something very specific when it comes to the container mods. I kind of understand the concept of them. You take the container where you're going, it gets unloaded off the trailer, you fill it, and you put it back on the trailer. That's fine and dandy and fine. For one, you have to still select the tool, namely the trailer, or the container itself, to open and close the doors. It doesn't automatically change to it when you connect the trailer to a truck. So that's kind of a point of interest. But the big issue I'm having right now, and you see 82 Studios trailer in the background, that trailer works with the dock. All of them. Container mod, bump the dock, turn the camera. Guess what? It's too tall. Forklift cannot get in and out of there with the Load King trailer. I think it might be something with the tires that I've chosen for the Load King. That's a possibility. So today I'm doing a test to see if a different mod will make a difference on that. But otherwise, I found a creative solution which I seem to be pretty good at doing. And this is the modular ramps mod. I can't English today, don't mind me. If I can get the trailer to go straight back. And this is the 25 foot, by the way. Bump the dock here. And guess what? Despite the height difference, the forklift can get in and out of that. Look at the angle at which I have to put the trailer at, though. Wow.
Give me a second.
Okay.
We'll go that way. I'll just stream snipe you for it.
That works.
That is
Okay.
hilarious.
That's the only way I can get in and out of the containers while it's on a trailer. Not to say that that's necessarily exactly what I'm going to continue doing, arguing with it, but that's how I'm getting the potato processing plant to work. And that's the Lizard Logistics Center there. I put that one down on purpose because it is a covered dock and it lined up perfect. Look at how well it lined up. Oh, that came out perfect. You come inside the building and the door still closes
Interesting.
when I hit the button.
Well,
When I hit the correct button, apparently. The catch is you can no longer use the walk through people door. But it almost looks natural, the way it's meant to. In a larger facility, that's exactly how they would do it. In here, we're sorting potatoes between premiums, seed potatoes to be replanted into the ground, and waste potatoes that go to the piggies. And then I've still got part of a trailer load of potatoes. Now,
Interesting.
you're also seeing this, which is the big bags of potatoes. That you can work with. You could sell, you could put in a planter, yada yada. These have got to be reprocessed back into the system up here. That's where this nice handy dandy little forklift comes in.
Oh, so you have to reprocess the buckets?
Correct. If it's in a wooden bucket like that, you have to reprocess. That's something that we tried out this mod previously, or I did anyway, and I believe a friend of ours, C3, tried it out as well. And he put down another piece of this mod, which was where he could have all this equipment outside of the building, so he could kind of mess with it. And that was what we discovered, was that these cannot sell, cannot be used in a planter, cannot.
Long line of plots.
Interesting.
But you slide it right in there. And answer the phone.
Oh, I answer people on stream all the time. It's fun. So do you think it's really that big of a difference to sell them that way? Our difference changed by 1.5 or 0.5 mil. Or it changed by 0.4 million.
Okay, and you saw that pallet of potatoes disappear.
Yeah.
Stream watchers. I'm going to put another one in there. Now if you go into your production menu and to the potato processing, it's currently full of seed potato right now. It's currently full of big bags and yeah. So I gotta take these and get them out of here. Or get them filed away anyway. Fun little fact, if you look on the bags, it says what size spud it is. Most of the time you're going to find yourself with seed potatoes and premiums. Not too much of the waste potato come out. But enough to feed pigs. Ah, mom again.
Okay. Let's see if we can tow these, make them easier to move.
Okay,
Not
well,
with this.
I missed what you said, Sid. Mom called again.
Oh, I'm seeing if the difference between menu cell and store cell is actually great as it is.
It is quite a bit different. One's a little more convenient, but they charge a fee because they assume that you're menu selling it while you're at your farmyard. So the store takes back a bit of a fee for picking up the item, whether it's your equipment or whatever have you. Just like if you get an animal trailer versus, go and pick up animals at the dealer. Same concept. They charge a delivery fee.
Plus, I can repaint everything and it sells for a little bit more.
That's part of it.
Now, I don't know if I got all the semi-truck stuff out. So I'm going to back this truck up and I'm going to put it over here for now.
So everything that came with the map fits on the store property in one shot. You just got to make sure it's organized so you can get to everything you need to get to. Like don't move the semi first.
Actually, I
gotta
moved the
reset
semi
everything.
first.
Or move it out of the way and then do all the rest of it.
No,
So that you have a vehicle to move things around with.
the semi trailers were all in the front row.
Maybe I did it wrong then. That works.
So I had everything in the front row. My problem is all my tractors are in the back.
Yeah.
So that means I've got to clear stuff out. Luckily, I do have the 6 series in the back. Or in the front.
Yeah.
So that little 6 series I can use to move some of the trailers and stuff.
Good little tractors.
But I want to make sure I've got all the semi-truck stuff out of the way. Or gone before I sell the semi.
Should be a tank trailer, 2 tipper trailers, the bottom dump ones, and then I think one other trailer that went with the semi. I'm trying to remember now.
I'm thinking I got them all, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
It's looking
Worst
like
case
I
scenario,
did.
tab back over to the yard.
Well, right now I'm just moving stuff. And I turned off traffic, unlike you.
I gotta do that on that file. That was a pain in the neck. But it made it fun. Block the roads and move on.
Yeah. And I left you probably right about 1 p.m. on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry I kind of conked out on you yesterday.
It's okay. I tried yelling at you, getting you to wake up, telling you I was leaving. So it didn't just go
That's
there
alright.
and spam time away.
No, it's alright. I'm not too worried about it. If worst comes to worst, we restart the file. But I don't think anything was really lost on that map.
Well, losing time that way can be a big deal.
Yeah, if the harvest goes south, I could see that.
I got all but one of the fields harvested.
But I have crop destruction turned off, so I'm not too worried about it. They don't wither for quite some time.
2 months typically.
Okay, so if you happen to still be watching my stream over there, you also have to have these big bags and a
Yeah.
pallet of pallets specific to the potato warehouse or the potato sorting mod.
No, you can use just the regular pallets.
I've tried that. This is my test site map, and I tried that and it didn't work.
It worked with me.
Or was it the wood chip factory that it didn't work? Something. There's a couple of different mods that I have now that take the empty pallets and they don't all play together.
Yeah.
And I wish somebody would fix that.
Make an
Because
empty pallet an empty pallet.
you can get an empty pallet making mod, a building that makes empty pallets. And there are maps where such a building is already on the map, like Frontier, and these ones that take the empty pallets don't work with those maps, which I see as an issue. Like the straw harvest does not work on Frontier or Evergreen Valley.
Or Bucks County, PA.
Neither. Or Bucks County, yeah. And I was hoping to play more with the mod because it's immersive, just the way it was intended to be. It just doesn't work. So these cases in here all have to be reprocessed. And last I looked at my menu, it was pretty full.
It was full, if I remember correct.
Well, more have processed since. See, I've got some space for premiums, but I've also got regular potatoes that need to be processed out. And I gotta go get more empty pallets. If you run out of supply, the machinery stops.
Yeah.
It just completely goes, nope, not doing anything today. Goodbye.
I wonder.
And now it's set up in multiplayer just in case.
I'm going through and doing that selling
Okay.
of stuff. Okay, I figured out how I could move that silage compactor.
Yeah. 3-point?
Well, I've got it on a 3-point, but you remember the tractor I was trying to do it with yesterday wasn't heavy enough?
Yeah. Put it on the back?
No, I put it on the front. But I also put another piece on the back.
That works. Tilt.
And now I'm just using that 6 series now just to try to get everything sold. I got the first line gone.
Nice.
But I'm not going to try moving that mulcher.
No?
Not with the 6 series.
No, it's pretty hefty.
But
And I think this gets our potatoes sorting. So, I'm certain that this isn't an exciting stream, just moving a bunch of potatoes around. But you can kind of see that the processing plant does need attention quickly enough that you keep busy with it, which I think was their idea.
my big problem with the processing plant that way is I don't think it holds enough.
It doesn't, but that's what warehouses and things like that are good for, and silos.
But if I remember correctly, you could not silo into it.
Not exactly. No.
You guys need to start recording this stuff.
We are.
Okay. Because you guys keep saying, I think this happened, I think that happened. It's like,
So I'm going to park the forklift for the time being until I get some more
wait,
empty
but go
pallets
back
over
on
here.
foot.
Did have the blinky light on. Okay. Make sure that stays full. And in order to get it to continue filling the pallets and the bags, you have to actually manipulate the pallets of those things.
Interesting.
So I put this in. I'll probably just back the 82 Studio trailer into that instead of dealing with all this.
I wonder about this baler.
Which baler you got?
It's a big case one. Okay. I was wondering if it by chance had a hitch on it.
Good question.
But it does not appear to.
Now, when it comes to that straw harvest mod that we keep mentioning, I've been a little busy with that too, and I've already unloaded this place a couple of times now. And I put this down before I stopped playing last night. It's an empty container and a forklift. And I gotta bring down those electric generator things so that I can power this place. But it'd be really nice to have some kind of a dock to back that baler piece into, and then have it plug into power from the building. Wouldn't that be nice?
What do you have
You
to
wouldn't
do?
have to worry.
Bring
You have
down
to
an
get a
ATM?
generator. Yeah, a generator trailer.
Interesting.
Meantime, certain forklifts are too tall and others are not. So, this one is one that's not too tall for those trailer pieces, the containers.
What about the
You
one
just
that's
gotta-
got no clip?
The no clip does work as well. The Yunrik, I think that's how it's
Yeah.
pronounced. The catch with putting things in here by forklift, all the way in, is that you can pretty much only center the pallets.
Have
And
you
the trailer, the piece itself is not wide enough to put two pallets side by side in that direction. You would have to pick them up from the side, the skinny side, and put them in. Or in the case of the 82 Studio box trailer, you could put one straight and one sideways.
Interesting.
So that gets that caught up. I'm still working with that piece. And there's the forklift for moving the containers themselves. Use that pretty much just to pick it up, pull a trailer under it, drop the piece on it, and move on. I'm going to check on the wood pallet pallets. See if there's anything in here. This is another one where the pallets are very specific. Empty pallet for wood pellets. And nothing's come out yet. This one's a little slower than the other processing plants are right now. But that's neither here nor there.
Which would be my next piece of equipment going in there?
I don't know. I don't have your stream
Let's
up right
go
now.
with
Otherwise,
this. Go with this
and
one.
I finally empty this trailer. That took about 6 tries to get that trailer empty, and that's on standard capacity 82 Studio trailer.
Oy.
Yeah,
I would
So
hate to
that's the
think
last
about
of it.
how I normally play with them.
that's the last of the potatoes that I had, and I used that buying point that we play with to get the potatoes, just because I'm testing this stuff, just to see exactly how it works and stuff with the way we play. I'm gonna tuck that in there for the minute. And I can finally close this door.
More things to sell.
There,
This is one
that's
of.
taken care of.
This is probably the worst part about doing this. is you can only fit about 4 things inside the sell point.
Oh, for getting rid of the equipment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending upon what it is, sometimes you can only fit 2.
It does depend on the equipment.
Like when I do the planners, that's going to be only 2.
Yeah.
The seeder and the planner.
And I'm glad that that map came with both, in case you do play with the equipment given. It makes a difference. Oh, suggestion. In case somebody sees this that knows the people who made that container trailer mod. Look at that. See the back wheels? It kneels. Driving? Unloading. Gotta love that air ride suspension.
Oh, they actually did the air ride suspension on them?
Yes, the 82 Studio box trailer has that. None of the others that I've found have.
You know, all the container trucks that I've ever seen or dealt with recently have had that ability.
Well, then that's something they need to put into the game.
Um, and with where I work, they've all had it. And we're constantly
It's
getting in trucks that way.
it's been my experience that that's commonplace as well.
But that could be an American thing.
That's quite possible. I think these pallets are designed to be European design more than anything. Just because they are shorter in length than an American pallet normally would be. Because we run 4 foot by 4 foot usually.
Are they square?
Like the Cheps pallets, those blue ones, the branded ones. And I think there's another brand that comes up red, the Palco or something. No, that's the game brand. Sorry.
You know, you're tempting me here to get up and go and see if I can't get this transferred to my phone to go look and grab a tape measure.
You have a pallet at home?
Yeah.
Because those blue Chep pallets get counted. They don't belong to the company that they get delivered to. They belong to Cheps.
So I got my pallets from a friend of mine.
Okay.
He got them off of a recovery.
A recovery. Recovery trailer? Recovery site?
He recovered the tractor trailer.
Oh.
So they're all considered waste.
Okay, that might be a different subject than they're accounted for. See, now this one's sideways to the other one.
What was the other? Let's see it. I don't see a bucket or anything. Makes me think there is a front loader tool out there. There it is.
There were 2 front loader pieces and then 2 tools, if memory serves, on that collection.
Yeah, manure fork and a bucket.
And in case anybody with the new paid DLC is wondering, no, this is not the base game forklift. This one's the extension mod.
We really don't use anything base game.
Not a lot. Every once in a blue moon, we'll play something that's space game because nobody's come up with a mod that's better.
Like the Tedder.
Like the Tedder, yeah. But there are other options with the windrow, that's for sure.
That's true. I think I'm going to take that windrow and get rid of it.
I mean, it's a good sized windrow. Don't get me wrong. For base game, it's great.
But the modified one, I can put a attachment on the back. I can put a ball hitch or something on the back of it.
And it's really the Tedder that needs that capability to have a windrow after it. Oh yeah, and these two rooms are not set up specific any which way. You could put whichever thing you want in either one. And as far as the mod is concerned, they are quote unquote refrigerated rooms.
There.
Okay, I'm done playing one at a time.
So these
There.
are the two smallest
better.
tractors, so they can go.
There, that's better. 3 pallets at once. Most forklifts can't do that.
I thought they could.
3 pallets at once? No, not too many forklifts have the length on the forks to do that kind of stuff.
Oh, that way.
Except that this one wants to fall off.
So the
Because
way
it's
I've
being goofy.
experienced is most forklifts, I've seen them get 4 pallets at one time.
Yeah,
They'll double stack them and then pull in.
yes, but the difference is they don't have to deal with the game mechanics of this
There.
title.
Yay.
Farm Simulator has limitations when it comes to pallets. Get too many pallets put together in one area and they glitch. And they go all over the place.
Oh, even go easier than that. Get too many pallets on the map and it glitches out because it won't let you go anymore.
But that too. That's supposed to be some kind of a console limitation though. PC's not supposed to have that issue, yet it does. Or at least so I've been told.
You have never reached it because I know you've got it on both.
I've not reached any kind of a limitation for pallets on the PC as yet, but I don't play pallets that much on the PC, mostly because I only can play solo on the PC. I don't have anybody else, because I've got some mods that are computer only.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Things
not
that I-
willing to rebuy the game.
Yeah. If they set it up so that, you know, the two systems could talk and play all the same mods, that would be wonderful. And DJ Goham released a video the other day of what he would like to see in Farm Sim, the next generation, whatever they're going to call it, the next iteration of the series. And one of the things he mentioned, and he's a PC player, was the ability to have script mods and things like that on the consoles. And maybe drop support for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, because that's what's slowing us down, is the machine's capabilities on that generation machine.
I feel it's more the PlayStation's limitation.
That may very well be. I don't know. I haven't
because
messed with the PlayStation since the PS2.
I
So
haven't seen that type of a limitation on Xbox.
I really don't have any information one way or the other. And the last title I played on PS2 was San Andreas. But GTA San Andreas.
I think I still have my copy of that for the Xbox.
Guess what? Pop it in the disk drive and it works. They recently released a backwards compatibility for it. Because I have GTA 4 and I have the add-ons for that, and they work.
Mine is the one that's if you can actually get the crack on it, and so you can crack it to the other code. Mine still has the code that was left in.
Code. What do you mean by code? I never needed a code. This was a product key.
No, it was the code as in the script code. You're at a loss at what I'm talking about, aren't you?
Just a little bit.
Hot coffee.
Ah, that code. I thought that was a PC mod, but okay.
It was not a mod, it was coded. It was part of the code because they were going to have you be able to play that mini game originally inside the game
And then they disabled it.
because they didn't want to give it an AO rating.
Guess what? It got an adult-only rating anyway.
Because they didn't remove the minigame fully. They just made it so you couldn't access it normally.
So
Huh.
I have
That's different.
headphones on for the last few minutes, and I have no idea what game you're all talking
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
about. Okay, I thought so.
With
Okay, that
its
gets the potatoes
infamous
set up.
hot coffee mod.
Yeah, well, I always thought that, as long as you're gonna go there,
Yeah, so the
Well-
coding is in that game for you to actually see it happen. But
Rockstar coded it, but they made it so it wasn't accessible inside the game because they didn't want it to be an AO game. They were fine with mature, but they didn't want adults only.
which, to be quite honest, I thought it should be an adult-only title anyway.
yeah.
Well, at
so-
mature,
of the-
At mature, it effectively is, because technically, with a mature game, they are not supposed to sell it to anybody under the age of 18 or 17. But here's the kicker. That's the recommendation from the ESRB, I think it is.
Yes. And actually, retailers get in trouble if they sell it to an underage customer.
No, they don't. You know why?
Yeah, they do. They get fined big bucks for it.
If
No,
they get
because
caught, they get fined.
the
And that's coming.
ESRB is not a governmental body.
It doesn't matter. They
Just like if they release a game or a movie early in the retail stores, they get in trouble for that too.
They get
Oh,
charged,
that definitely.
Well, I think he said they get charged $10,000.
That comes up as copyright
Per
law, though.
copy.
That's a different subject. So I got
For
a couple
releasing it
potatoes
early.
in
Go up
here.
and see if I have any clothes to take a shower with, because if not, I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyway,
But yeah, in theory, because that is a non-governmental body.
They can't really enforce it.
Exactly.
No wonder so many kids were buying the game for the last decade. Now, as someone who worked in retail during that period of time, I would deny the sale.
Oh, that's
Just as if
perfectly
it was-
well within your right.
Just as if it was alcohol or tobacco, would deny the sale.
All right, so I got up to 6.62 million that way. And I only kept the Tether.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to start out with the Phoenix truck. Because it's always smart to start with the truck, right?
Definitely.
And I'm just going to put a sleeper on it.
Which he was working on the idea of setting up his trucks with a sleeper to have a sleep trigger. I don't know if that ever worked out or not, or if that was another mod that did that. I think it was a script mod on PC at one point in time. Oh yeah, the other thing with the potato sorting shed is it lists that it makes stones and manure, but I have no idea where to pick them up manually. Because that's 3 potato sorters.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big bagger. That's storage. Where would you pick up manure and stones? It would be a bulk unload point, wouldn't it? You would think logically it'd be right here. There's nothing.
Go to the other side. Walk
The
through.
other side's a blank wall.
Walk through. No, I'm saying the other side of the building.
The other side of the building looks just like this one. Oops, come on. What is... I don't know what that was. This is just storage in here. There's no unload points in that.
To the right side. Go right. Go right. Outside. What is over there?
That's the other end
Outside
of
on
that
both
drive-through.
sides.
The logistics center is something I added on. Nothing. If anything, it should have been in here. That
I
would
think
have made
I'm-
sense.
Do I want to do the rack with work lights on here?
That's
Or
what
do I want to
usually
do the
put on my
forestry
trucks.
rack?
I usually do the work lights. But that's my setup.
Double style
Oh, yeah.
exhaust, no strobes.
The other thing is to get it this close to the building like that, and with the ramp inside like this, I had to use the free build mode. So I think that might be part of why I have this. And then those containers come up, 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 and they're way too tall.
That could
But
be.
then this one is
Um,
put down normally, and it still has that.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell me either.
I'm considering, if you go look at my stream right now, I know you're on yours.
I can do that. Give me just a minute. The beauty of having more than one device handy that's mobile.
Yeah.
I've got mine on the tablet, and I only have one viewer. So
Oh. Lana, I'm sorry. I know you're here, and even though I am interested in it, I don't allow any advertising or anything like that for my stream or in my stream. Something like that, you'd want to contact me directly. But thank you. So I did
Let's
go
see,
ahead
I'm-
and deleted those 2 messages from you, but thank you for the follow.
Looks like we're looking at a CMS low.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
that's
the
the
driver's
low
side of
volume.
it. Yeah, a little bit different paint job than our usual. I kind of like it.
But which way?
What, the livery? Or the vinyl?
So you've got,
You get something where it contrasts real good. You know, like the black and the red works.
yeah,
It's
but I'm
complementary
saying
colors, but they definitely show a difference between.
that way.
It's gonna be a minute. I gotta go upstairs. Hang on.
Or that way. Basically, I'm wondering which way I should have the colors going. The black vinyl or the black main color. I think with this one, I'm going to reverse it. We're only going to do one of those. We're going to go ahead and grab a low loader. Our farm color. We're going to grab a large tractor here. Now, I don't see a need to take the 9RX.
You have some fields that are large enough that you can use the 9RX and say the Flexicoil, for example, but the roads are
I
not.
don't have the flex coil.
The roads are not conducive to using that Flexicoil. They're not wide enough to run it down.
Yeah.
So you'd end up crossing over fields and all kinds of nonsense like that. It's the only piece that I found where the RX is really required, even, or anywhere near required.
There.
I've found that the 7 does the job for everything that we have.
Just about, yeah. Now, one thing about this warehouse that I'm showing on my stream right now, it's a beautiful warehouse. I love it to pieces. It autoloads wonderfully. Just don't try and take them out manually. You have to use the unload trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just drops them in this box. And you can load your trucks from there. So just for the fun of it, I'm not going to take this truck up there. I'll grab the OT. I don't have a regular pickup on this map at the moment.
I don't either.
I have the OT as my regular pickup. My farm truck, if you will. I put down another mod that we have that I think is going to be useful for this test site. I'm just going to cut cross country. You'll notice that I've mowed a lot of this grass and it's starting to grow back. That's intentional.
I'm going to create a little bit of a road train on this, I think,
Um,
on my setup here.
for the test site, I've bought basically a T shape or modified T shape of where the roads are. And I put down a nice little warehouse up here. The big
I
one.
see.
This one's unique. You could take the roof off if you need to. I actually set it up with the auto load in here as well. Shut that down. So I can come in here. You still have to manually unload the trucks, which these dock plates are not going to work well with that container mod, the way those trailers are. You have to unload the trailer and take the stuff to the trigger. And it puts it in the racking. I don't remember what this did.
So if we do the design room that way and do everything else, that
Love
looks
these
sharp.
automatic doors. That works great. And then down here. Oh, door triggers on the other side of the wall. Down here, let's say you've got a flatbed that you're unloading as opposed to a box trailer. You could bring the flatbed in here. Just back it in. It's one option. Or let's say it's inclement weather and you got a flatbed that you want to unload. Oh, well, we have this spot too. And that gives us another dock bay door to work with. And then this is where I think the bales end up in here. And it holds a total of 450 pallets. You can hold quite a bit of stuff without worrying about it.
Except for you can't hold
And,
450 pallets because your max is 400, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I'm not certain, but I think what you're supposed to do is drive up alongside this square here, and this is your unload area. You just take one pallet off the side of a truck, drop it there, move to the next one, next one, next one, next one, next one, and then take the stuff inside. I think that's how that works. That way the trucker can keep on going. Or you would unload into this square. Same concept. Take it off the truck, turn around, put it in the square. Have another forklift driver, if you have more than one player, come out and get it and take it inside. That would work as well. And of course you got desks for role play, file cabinets for role play, and an office. So you put together a private server and some friends that could, sit and role play, and you can have lots of fun with this place on a role play server.
Yeah, on a roleplay map.
Yeah. More desks and stuff up here. I think they put in too many office spaces, honestly.
Not
'Cause
really.
I could see a couple of people working this thing. but not that many desks. But a
You've got to
logistics center
remember.
of this size should have this many. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's realistic. And then this building has the capability for you to build. So you can actually remove the roof and build inside without any problems of collisions or nonsense like that, or trying to see where you're putting it through a little dock door like that.
Okay.
The other version
Let's.
of this one has nothing in this room or the other rooms. It's just open.
Okay, so it's showing me that. Okay, I have different ones ready to harvest than you did.
Mm-hmm. I have more that were ready. I'm looking down at your stream here.
Yeah. But 17 was the same way on both of ours.
Really? Cool.
Yeah.
So at least they did that. I leave some doors open on this place. Um,
I think I'm going to go for that as my place.
what, the big warehouse?
No.
Or, oh, you're looking at a different build site
Yeah. But I want to
in that
check it
map?
out first.
Yeah. Always good to scout the place. Like we did the other day.
So we're going to grab one of these guys.
So I put in a dock plate up here by the store. And I put in that buy station up here by the store as well for buying bulk. Forklift. I've got another trailer. That's actually a bulk trailer. You know, a regular tipper. And then, of course, the crane to make it all work. Oh, I know what I'm up to while I'm up here. Just pull into the pen for the minute.
I don't know
Next
if
to it.
this is going to be good. This road in. But this is nice.
I'm trying to remember the difference in the two PTO trailers. There was a difference to it. Oh, that's got more horsepower. And it's electric as opposed to diesel. I'll go the electric.
They should both be diesel electric.
I'm going yellow on those. Now, if you look in the store, the other one's diesel. This
So-
one's rechargeable.
So if you look at my stream, I'm thinking about taking this area.
That's kind of a pretty spot too, yeah.
And I
Open
think this
buildable. It looks like
would
maybe
be
a sheep pen.
the
Sheep or pigs, one or the other. No, cows. Milk
that's
tank.
cows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a smaller cow barn. Base game.
That'd be deleted though, because I'm sorry, I'm not using it.
Yeah.
Let's see where else we got. What's right across here? Is that cows again?
Good question. That's just a regular barn there.
Is it?
You gotta buy it before you can go in it, if it's openable.
No, I think this is a cow barn.
I think that's an animal pen of some sort. You know, I don't know. Open up the build menu a minute. I have an idea. There we go. Under the animals,
Horse
the
barn.
animal section. Oh, that's a bit of ground for the horses. That's good. I was gonna see if you could place another one just like it.
Ah, that's sheep.
No, okay.
That's a big sheep.
Yeah, that's worthy of mowing and then feeding it to them.
But does it have an entrance in?
I don't know. Oh, worst comes to worst, you get a small mower and you pick it up and put it over the fence.
Yeah, there's
The
no
other
way to
thing,
get it in there.
the other thing I need to check on while I'm up this way, even with trailers in tow, no pun intended, is that I put in a crop field or two. So these have been limed, these have been fertilized, and these have been sown with wheat
So
in
the other
September.
option. What's this? That's a grain mill. That's just the sell point.
You see what I mean about the Flexicoil being useful on this one? It's got the wider width. It's a chicken coop
Yeah,
and a cow barn.
chicken coop and cow barn.
That's your base game starting, or your base starting
And it's
point.
got cows in the field.
Uh-huh. And they cover quite a bit of distance.
Yeah. That's just a sell point.
So I do have the new farmer homestead up there.
Yeah.
I did get rid of the rocks on this map up by the store. As decorative as they are, I needed the space for something else. So, flatten that little pit out. I might put in some decorative rocks myself. Being that I have the Platinum Edition, or the Platinum mod installed, I could make them crushable rocks if I wanted to take them back out again. If I feel like using that feature.
What store is that?
Hmm? That looks like a farmer's market.
Yeah. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Another cow barn. That's right next to the animal dealer.
It's not a bad location.
Supermarket.
Oh yeah, and I put down wood storage for the extra wood chips that I've got. I haven't taken out a single tree yet on this map.
That's impressive. What's
Looks like a sell point. You have to go over there and find out. Doesn't say anywhere what it is.
Over by the dairy. So that's right here.
Yeah.
Biomass.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I wonder if that's a buildable area.
Should be.
I'm saying that would be a good area to have.
Got fields all around. Yeah, where's the road leading into it? In relation to where the store is.
Pretty close. So field 44, I'm going to take a right after it.
Okay, much as I love the OT, I can't get into the tight spaces that I need at the moment. Grab my generator, swing it around over here.
So that's the gas station.
And just as a reminder, as we're getting closer to the start time of when I'm supposed to be streaming, I was planning a different game, and that's just not going to happen.
I think I wasn't even planning on
So-
streaming today. Because it's normally it's normally a work day for me.
You said you took some time off, so
Yeah, I took the week off. Ooh, it's got a barn on here already?
well, that's kind of a nice one, but I'll bet you that silo doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Look like a base game barn. Wait, camera over to it again. It's a pigsty. Yeah, that's the base game barn. You can add on a silo piece to that.
What is that?
It's a tip trigger. And a barn. We'll have to buy the property and figure that out.
You know, I think I'm going to buy this area. I think I'm going to set up here.
Okay. You know, I might switch out to electric forklifts in this, the pellet productions.
So now that I have a yard, we are going to just do this. And this.
Well, you kind of liked that barn, so we could keep it.
Well, there's a reason I did that. That one's a little bit big.
Yeah,
That's better.
that's got a working silo. Remember that it's not multi-fruit though. And there aren't too many forklifts in this game that can pick up a bale. Why they did that, I'm not sure, but it's the truth.
So how did they have that in there?
Just like that,
Just like that?
just about. Yeah. But that's not even the base game barn.
No.
That's one of our mods. You realize there's other mods out there that are the interactive productions? Because this is kind of neat, being able to do stuff like this while you're waiting for
Yeah.
a field to grow or something.
Where is my bar? Where's my silo? There it is.
Just use free build mode. But then it clips into the ground like you're seeing there. Just don't want to block the doors all.
Right about there?
Looks good to me.
That looks nice.
Yeah, looks natural. For a barn and a silo, I mean.
Now,
And having somewhere to put those pallets definitely helps.
I think I'm gonna go with this farmhouse.
Yeah, that's a nice one. A little log cabin.
Yeah.
A little bit more rustic.
About like that.
You definitely need some space around that to get the wheel loader in and out. So not
Yeah.
facing the house there. If
You know what?
anything, sideways to the house.
I got an idea. Where is it? Where's that new one?
I think was the other direction. See, we haven't messed with that build your own yet, but it does have a flattening tool to it that does work. Just put one plate down at a time.
No, I'm looking for a certain thing. I'm looking for the header racks. Were those under containers or tools?
Now, it was under tools. The new one's further to the left than the other one.
About like that?
That would work.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take something to these.
Yeah, mulcher or something. Or just leave them. Use them as Ooh, I see what you mean. I was gonna say leave them, have them be a separation. Try the paint tool on them. Wait a sec. Go back to where you just were. Over by the other rack. Put it in front of the bush.
Like here?
No, not there, but like right there, yeah. Remember, I'm seeing it after you do it. So not hidden behind the bush, but in front of it. So the bush is behind the rack. There.
Right there?
That looks nice. And it fits.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so I got a multi-fruit silo. Now over here. That's going to get a silo too.
Maybe the liquid storage or the commodity storage. Seeds and fertilizers.
I want it one like this.
Oh,
I want it
bunker?
to be a bunker. I'm going to run a
We don't
bunker
often-
silo.
We don't often run the bunkers. That's interesting. But then again, on Western, I'm running a bunker, so what am I to say? Oh, that was the other thing I need to get is a wheel loader for that. Because I have the bunker silo at the
Oh, how do I
BGA.
make it so that I want to change my free mode rotation?
Snapping. If that one allows for that. If that's a base game one, it doesn't. It just goes to snaps.
All we have is base game that way now.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of those.
So that tells me I need to come in here and I'm going to have to use this type.
At least for the time being. Too close to the wall. Can't get out of the driver's seat. Let's see. Nothing left in there. Shut off the PTO. That still has plenty of work hours on it. 296 kilowatt charge out of 400. And over here, got another 2 minutes before we run out of supplies.
Oh man, that dropped it down.
Which? Oh, the barn did? She used a smoothing tool.
Yep.
Ooh, boy, did it ever drop it down a bit.
The softening tool.
Or softening. Same difference. I think the best way to run the containers mod that I'm running is with one of those warehouses. But it's for loading into the warehouse only. And then the semi-truck to unload the warehouse.
You know, that did a pretty good job.
Yeah? Good.
Now we just got to buy what we need. All right. So the first thing we do,
I'll leave that to do its business. Set up the other one.
is that?
Oh, I gotta take that
This
forklift
guy?
over there and get that off the trailer.
I'm a long, long train.
Sometimes that's the way to do it. A lot of the maps we play on don't necessarily
Punish
have
you.
the roads for the trains.
See what I mean by it's a bit of a train?
Yeah. This one at least has wide enough roads to do stuff like that. By the ground where that road is, long enough to cut down the trees on the road.
Ow. Now you can get your shower.
Alright, well, folks, she's out of the shower, so it's my turn to get in there and get wet.
Well, go on there and there, you dirty boy, and get cleaned up.
And hopefully she left me some hot water.
I just told you it's not.
Well, then it's going to be a few minutes before I do get wet.
All right. So we'll start out with dropping these one by one. And you know, if we got to do some contracts before we buy our first field,
The chargers for that one, we need to go and
That's
get
fine.
a baby vacuum cleaner too.
Mwah.
so we need our plow. And then we need our planter. I'm just going to go for the smaller one.
Boy. Hi, Sam. Well, if you want your brother down, you go get him.
Nope.
No. Decide it's not that important? Okay.
have to bring one of the other forklifts over. Don't think this thing can tow anything. But I threw this little electric in here because it worked well last night. Tight turns.
Uh, rather than take the time just to drive back to the store,
Reset.
yep, it's often easier.
The catch is that this thing has such a tall mast on it that it won't go into the container. So when I
That
go to
sucks.
load these, I had to put it in and push it.
Now, what's more important to take down there first?
What's the first piece of equipment you need up there?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't have any fields.
Oh. I suppose that would make a difference. Then it doesn't really make a difference what you take down there first.
That's true.
These Komatsu forklifts are great. Gotten all kinds of things accomplished with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the longest time, I was running those Yunriks almost exclusively. And I've kind of gotten away from doing that.
Yeah.
But
So
This
if
thing's
your
almost as big
equipment
as that
can
Flexa
have
coil.
140, how come
hold
we
on,
have these
Sid.
are one?
that would help. I'm not taking the forklift back and forth between buildings all the time, especially if I have both buildings running, which does happen sometimes. But they do come with a crane in these buildings, and it does work well.
Really? I'm stuck on a tree.
Looks like.
This is what we get for using big equipment, though.
Yeah, it happens.
Hi. So, this may be a part two of, part one, part two. Don't know yet.
Yeah, I took out the pig barn.
Depends on what missions
I figured you would.
today.
Base game. They expect you to almost.
Crap, I need this at the store.
The tractor?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Again.
I wonder if I could just take and keep one of those open top tractors at the store and put it to use.
Well, what I need it for is because I need to buy some front loader tools. Right?
Oh, that makes a difference, yes. But those open tops can have that too.
Yeah.
AYA?
So we're going to start out with pallet forks.
Invite 4 people, 4 players to check out your party.
Should I grab the fork with...
Or at least not in the time crunch that we have. Dang it, build more stuff? No.
I don't really need any of the other stuff, do I?
This does,
Not at the moment.
I'm guessing.
A lot of times we buy more equipment than we really need
No.
to start the farm out.
AYA.
Although one thing I haven't bought on this farm that I need to get busy on is getting the animals. But that's why I'm putting together all the pallets of pellets.
Ah, darn.
Huh. Wrong tool?
No. It flipped it upside down
Oh, 176.
from what I was trying to do with it.
Oh.
I was trying just to stick it in the bucket.
Yes.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Catch it in the button.
So what we'll do instead is we'll grab this.
Fortunately, with the
Around.
straw harvest, the bale shredder, conveyor going into the bale shredder, you do not have to get it on just right. It actually has an automatic adjustment to where it is on the belt or on the conveyor.
That's nice.
It helps a ton.
already
So right now, the bagger section is full, and the baler is just filling up or the pelletizer baler is filling up the hopper there that the bales have put in. And then when that hopper's full, then it just sits in the baler.
Nice.
When that gets full, it just doesn't process much.
See, like, a lot of the times when you see a person named Armani going in my
So jump on there. Back this guy up.
Laura, Chad,
Now that way more. This way.
Boston, Kansas City. Parker. I think it's more of a boy's name, but okay, Rosa. Rocco. Oh, there's mine. Madeline.
So you said you took some time off this week. Is it the whole rest of the work week, or the
Oh
days,
yeah.
what days you go back?
I go back on Sunday.
Sunday. Okay. Because I've been kind of streaming the days that you weren't, so we're trying to around Mom's schedule of appointments and stuff.
Gavin. Gina.
Really? I didn't take the corner wide enough.
On a single trailer, you didn't take a wide enough? Oh,
A double.
Man. Double. I think it's a separate endorsement for running double trailers, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know. If the DOT were to see that, they'd take your endorsement back. Of course, some of the shenanigans we pull on this game, they take our endorsements back anyway.
Like this one?
Yeah. The farmer would just sue you. And anybody who can hear a voice talking in the background on my side, that's my wife, Pirate Author, talking. She's also streaming on Twitch as well, and does post her videos to YouTube, same as I do, except she actually edits hers. I'm kind of lazy on the subject. I don't edit. I just post raw.
And I'm even more lazy on that sense is I don't post mine on YouTube.
Or edit.
I don't even post them. I don't even have them so that I don't even do video on demand.
I at least have it publish it so there's video on demand. I think.
You do. The reason I don't do it is because it one time hit me for copyright for stuff that was background.
Really?
Yes.
So if it's stream only, then they can't hit you for copyright?
That's right.
Because you can't really control what happens live?
Yeah. Because the copyright deal is only on
Recordings.
recordings.
Oh, interesting.
It's because if you were to go somewhere live, you could end up with music in the background.
But I only made one video, no gas.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, they don't.
I've
The lives
gotten
aren't
interested
as
in it,
regulated.
but it's not for
Huh.
a kid-friendly stream, so.
And we'll
Okay,
see
so
just how
wait,
well this little goober works.
Charlie's Angels
I mean, this thing's great for moving around in the
already.
factory here.
And if you're not,
I
then
don't know, I might have to have a second forklift just for loading the trailers.
they're good movies. Yeah, the ones with Demi Moore. Not Demi Moore. I am so sorry. Oh gosh, Drew Barrymore. That's what I meant. I
See,
had
and
the
this thing
image in my
can't
head,
get
but-
into those containers, they're too high off the ground as well.
I apologize in both actresses, 'cause neither
Interesting.
fit each other.
All right, so I need a harvester.
Together, but it happened, so. Oh, if I can't
Going
get
with our
there,
old
they
standby,
can't
the
get there.
Colossus.
Yep. But I'm only going to go the CR edition. I'm not going to go flat map or race.
Yeah, I kind of went lazy and hit the button to the left. Maxed it out yesterday.
I'm going to go LEDs, window tint, dark, brands. We'll leave frame,
Jario.
jet black, main color.
Okay, see, I think if you go into somebody else's park, that's
You going for a
normally
darker red than I
inviting
usually
them
go after.
to go to yours.
That's the crimson red that I've been using.
See, mine I use the flat red. If you're looking at the color palette, it's the one on the left-hand column. A little bit brighter red. That way it can be seen when we're on the road.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm going to go that way.
yeah.
I'm going to actually just use, I'm not going to go for the unrealistic harvester width.
No, wait, she's got like a white
It
skeleton
makes a
dog,
difference, doesn't it?
leg, and a
Well, my thing with it is if I go with this way, I can better control it in the field.
Well, I would try to give her a like, but
And I don't end up harvesting if I own two fields next to each other. I don't end up misharvesting the field.
Yeah,
so
because otherwise, if you've got fields that are that close,
sat there
and you're running that unrealistic width
in my valley for about 2 hours
on the Colossus,
trying to
then
assist
plant the same crop in two fields. Like, I think it was the Irish map that we started at one point.
because I was trying
Um,
to
It was harvesting the neighbor's crop, even though we didn't own it.
make sure that we got enough stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make
And I'm not going to bother getting the header trailer.
No?
Wait, do I need it?
For the corn header? Kinda.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's going to be too wide for the roads. That's the whole point to those header trailers, is to turn them sideways. Even that big flatbed trailer that we've got installed that has an attachment for them,
a double chest.
it turns the header sideways because you can rotate it.
Large chest. Okay, hey. You need to come to my park. Visit.
So I'll need to bring something up to grab
I'll
the
be
header.
walking around you on purpose.
Which header should I take with me?
Come in peace. Come on.
Good question. What crop is nearest to your farmyard
You need my.
that you're likely to buy right away?
You need to learn
I don't know.
to
It all depends on how much money I have.
Or maybe she's waiting.
Because you went more for equipment than you did fields. Or
Well,
maybe
I mean-
take a look at your contract list. That sometimes determines what goes where, when.
Well, I think I'll just take this down now. Because even at 40 miles an hour, this is still screaming for a harvester.
Okay, it is fast for a harvester.
You don't need to like, I need you to go inside the park. Thank you. So sweet. Oh, I got 2 people already. Yay! Okay.
So yeah,
Now
that's what
let's
we're
write
rolling.
down what people likes. Okay, so they've got like nothing in their park. I don't know what they're doing.
Pretty soon here, I'm going to jump off
It'd be really
too.
cool to build the whole entire thing down. Okay, I like the park here. To build the whole entire thing down, and then start building. I mean, well, no, no, build a small section down, and build rides, and then build, build more of it down, build more of it down, more of it down. Huh? You can't build outside your park. Oh, they didn't. It was an optical illusion. Okay. I am not going there.
Okay, and that container is full. And the other thing I might do in this
Can you come visit my park?
particular
Or
setup of
did
these
you
2
come
buildings
visit my park already?
is just put in some container parking outside, and then I'd have to run something a little heavier duty
Okay,
than
so it
this
don't even work.
electric.
What do you think? For this header, should I put it on the small rack or the big rack?
Whichever one it fits. Probably the smaller one, based
Okay,
on its
something
size.
is glitchy.
The one right next to you.
All I need is 2
If it'll fit on the other.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you see what I mean
Nope.
about the bush being decorative?
Nobody's saying thank you
Yeah,
to
that's
you anyway.
that rack's too big for that. You really need to move that truck.
But definitely. Okay, so we've got more people. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find this working.
One thing I would set up different with the container mods is the ability to close them when you're on foot, instead of having to have a vehicle to close them.
I kept looking on the thing, and it said that they were over this way, and then I'd go that way, and the green marker would go away, and then I'd go that way, and the green marker went away, and it was really annoying that we finally found them. Or finally found them, I should say. 'Cause I don't remember if it was a male or a female. Oh, I think it was Harmony. I think it was Harmony.
Nice.
That's a big, massive area to
But right now I don't have another header to put on that rack.
walk around.
Yeah.
and feed.
So that'll be more useful once you get like the root beet or the root crop harvesters and the
So,
forage harvester.
well, the forage harvester one is small.
Okay, that's Sophie, but with an
The big rack's mostly for the grain harvester then. You don't only need
Yeah.
it one slot, but
I believe that
they give you
says Gloria.
more.
Yeah.
I might take out that big one.
Finland.
The
Nah,
big rack.
I'll stick it up there. I'll stick it up there.
I thought that was
So
one
let's see what's
part,
around me.
one on top of the other.
55 is oats,
Somewhere else.
it looks like. So it's 56. 37 and 54 are sunflowers.
Titan.
53 looks like sorghum.
Titan used to hang out in my park a lot.
Does that look right?
A lot, a lot.
I believe so.
38. Soybean?
Yeah.
Sorghum?
Pardon the yawn.
35.
Might want to go get your shower now.
Millet
All right.
SAYLLY.
or corn? 36 is millet.
At least find AYA. Seems like that, except for.
All right.
She doesn't count, does she? I don't think so.
We're going to grab this, even though I've never gotten it to work right.
So I've got Prince. Okay, Gage, Newmar, Monroe, Trina, Kenzie, Hamza, Ephraim, Should. It's in the Bible. But there's a lot of names in the Bible that are like, who put these letters together? Oh, Jerry. Jerry? Wow. Zachary.
Well, make sure all the bales are processed, which they are.
So, my uncle
The system itself,
is actually
it's got another 4.5 minutes worth of product to work with. And the baler still has some pellets in it too. So I can shut down the baler, but not shut off the PTO so that it still has power to unload into the system. I'm going to turn off my stream. I know it's half an hour after I said I was starting a stream on a whole different game, but I'm going to turn off the stream at this point, as I do need to get going. Unfortunately, real life has happened, and Mom has an appointment I have to go to as well.
Been good having you here.
When I come back, I may continue on this, though,
Oh, that's what I was
because
talking
this
about.
is just a pile of bales. Normally, we play with the 53-foot flatbed. Today, I decided to, or this time around, I decided to pick up the Fleekel bale trailer, and it stacks them differently
Zachary.
on the Fleekel.
See, we're
It
pretending
does.
that this is a
To
double
where they stack too tall for the crane,
yourself
and that's what caused the mess.
and
Interesting.
you come up the path and you go
So,
left
something to be aware
to
of.
the bottom,
So I have a question for you.
right,
Sure.
apparently fast rider.
With the root beet
Gage decided.
crops
Mm-hmm.
and the Colossus, I have never gotten the root beet header
What is that person?
work right.
No? Which
No.
root crop header were you picking up? Because that makes a big
The-
difference as to which header you've got.
No, I've never gotten the one header to pick up.
What do you
Oh, I
mean?
thought that was
It picked up this time.
this.
Oh,
Train.
there you go.
long as this person's gonna be playing hide and seek.
Do you have a flatbed down there at the store?
No.
There you are.
No, just the trailers,
Yeah.
header trailers.
Game heard, it's like,
Because my thought would be to take a truck down there with the the Flegel flatbed
Spring fries to 7 guests are hungry.
and just load them from the side.
Harder than
I
it
think it's low
sounds,
enough you can get away with that.
because you've got to get to the hungry person before
That's the OT.
they buy food for themselves. They should have. You know, I don't think I've ever said that.
You know, I know which trailer would be low enough to do it.
Yeah, the haul.
It didn't say I'm hungry. It looks like food like that.
See, I believe it's short enough that we can get away with this.
Okay.
I thought about it, but I haven't tried it. No,
And a knife.
maybe not.
Fries again. Fries again. There we go. And
Unfold
hungry.
onto the trailer.
There's a hungry person.
Nope.
No?
So it looks like
Okay.
this is
Then
the
no, it won't work.
area
I stand corrected.
to hang out.
Otherwise, you could get 2 headers on that trailer.
But, like I said, what will work,
It's
and then I
not
don't
clobbering
need
your
the
header.
heady trailers. Yeah. But I'll only need one header trailer.
By weigh 300 pounds? Well, I mean, technically, you could be 300 pounds and still be healthy because of the fact that some people are taller than others.
The Landau.
So, like,
Yeah.
200
Yep.
pounds on me
That would do it.
ridiculous.
There you go.
Oh, man. Oh, I don't have fries?
Alright, well, this place is done doing what it's gonna do.
Go take
Yeah.
a shower. We've got to go out to a thing later.
Good old green energy.
Has a appointment at 1:40, and we've got to be there. Because apparently the doctor's going to answer all kinds of neat questions and
Yeah, Mom only has 4 pages of questions. Only.
Her mom's got, oh wait, his mom's got 4 pages of questions. And
She told me that. I just laugh.
4
I
pages.
almost feel sorry for the doctor, but that's what they're paid the big bucks for, is to answer 4 pages of questions.
Poor doctor.
All right, folks. Well,
think that's right.
kind of the end of my stream, so I will catch up with everybody later.
Remember to do a
hopefully-
raid.
Hopefully back on schedule tomorrow. Let's see if I have anybody
Start the fries.
to
Okay.
use for a raid. Hey, it even picked you up as the
I'm
person
not
to
done yet. I've got 2 more
raid.
people to find that are hungry. And then
Start raid. Well, I don't know if that did anything. I gotta wait 85
to wait.
seconds,
Yeah.
and then I can turn it off. But I can turn off the game. And do I need the stream to continue running until then?
I knew it.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's gonna go to that screensaver thing.
One more.
No, it's on me.